Hey everyone, I'm Days Chupacabra. Welcome in and welcome back. Today we are continuing our gameplay of Song of Horror. I believe it's chapter 3. We are in a spooky library. Unfortunately, on the last episode, if you haven't seen, spoilers, I got the two college professors kind of axed. So they gone. They did. But we got the myth, the legend, the man himself, this police officer that got us through chapter 2. So as long as I keep him alive, I'll be feeling good. I know I'm a few minutes late. I was enjoying a very delicious pizza. You might be saying, oh, was it Papa John's? Was it Pizza Hut? No, it's actually a frozen pizza from Target. I think it's called Katie's. It was a margarita one, and man, it is good. So, hashtag not sponsored, but you should grab one, is all I'm saying. Anyways, grab a snack, sit back, and let's get prepared to be scared. Alright, so what the hell were we doing? We got a gun. Okay. It's weird to see an old book left in the middle of nowhere. You know, you're right. It's not really the middle of nowhere though. It's a library. This newspaper is from the 27th of August. It's got coffee stains. A sudden splash, I'd say. Foul play, maybe? Let's get behind this desk. Oh my god, there's more over here than I thought. Computers of the admin staff. It'd be useful to see the records of who has been here and taken out materials. But there's no power, so that's a no-go. Interesting. These books are about occult sciences. They're open and left lying around. It may well have been Professor Husher that was reading them. That's true. I'd bet this is Husher's handwriting, but I can only make out a few words from the notes. What words are they, man? There are notices about the rules and the opening hours of the library. They should be more organized and visible. This is a pretty big sculpture. I hope it's well secured to the base. That's a pretty sick sculpture, actually. You said that like we're gonna be able to top it over. What else we got going on? Looks in Arabic, not important right now. Touche. Can I use this latter? No. And it didn't show anything on the map. Okay.
What's going on here?
Didn't like that.
Damn it. Thank God I'm in good shape.
Yeah. Alright. Let's look at these cams. Alright, it looks like we're gonna have to map this out. That's crazy. Cool. guess the bigger question is, where are we trying to go? Alright. First things first, can we now go up here? And secondly, are those things up here too? I don't know who this bus belongs to, but it must have been some kind of authority. There's a camera up here somewhere. Hopefully everyone out there is having a better day than this guy is. Dealing with all the shadow monsters in the world. The trapdoor is jammed. I can't move it, at least from this side. Okay. And I believe the camera was over here, so... Yep. Of course it is. So we're gonna have to find our way around the bottom to this ladder, is what I'm gathering. Let's go check out the other stuff first. In which Aten was typically depicted as a sun disk emanating a radial series of arms ending in hands. Each hand held an ankh, a symbol of life and collected offerings. Although no anthropomorphic images, otherwise common in Egyptian mythology, have been preserved, some of these sun disk depictions have been. As part of his religious revolution, not only did Akhenaten get rid of all of such humanoid depictions, he also created, according to many Egyptologists, the first monolithic religion. Is named the pharaoh as the god's sole representative on earth, thus disbanding and discrediting the priesthood. Alright, some good lore. Although all these changes could be explained as a consequence of the turbulent political situation of that time, the truth is that there are gaps in this understanding which scholars have not overlooked. For instance, no one knows why Akhenaten suddenly decided to transform the way temples had been until then, closed, dark, where the concealment of the divine was paramount, into expansive open-air temples where good lighting was the most important thing. There are also strange depictions where Aten is replaced or perhaps opposed by a dark anthropomorphic figure, also emanating a radial series of arms, but in whose hands the ankh does not appear. Sometimes these radial elements or arms do not have hands and have an ending. Okay. In my homeland, whenever I got to sit in an armchair like this, was to hear an offer from someone way too powerful to pay for their crimes. That's steep. This picture seems to be intact. I mean, yeah. picture also seems to be intact. Alright, so what we need to get over there. So I probably need to look at the cameras again. Because we obviously can't go straight. It looks like we can probably go around this way to get to the camera. And I think the ladder is gonna be right in there somewhere. Alright, so now that I kind of know where we're going, sorta, not really. Alright. Alright, so which one of these shows? Alright, so there's a little script. We could go left by the script. It'll let us get to this desk, and that's about it. Okay, but we can go to that. It's safe to go straight towards that painting. We can turn right at this globe. And that lets us either keep going that way, or we can go straight, but it's not going to lead anywhere great. Which one of you has the trap door, though? Just don't know if we have a better time going this way or that way. So this doesn't lead anywhere. We can't go straight. That's a dead end. So yeah, we have to go around, it looks like. No. Stab it. Alright. There's the statue. And this was okay. Can't remember. Were there monsters right there? I would assume so. Nope. I was 50-50 on remembering that. Alright, so what do we need to fix this bad boy? Camera stopped working, but I see an on button. That's it? You just gotta hit on?
to the monitors.
I mean, that makes it easier for me.
It's too heavy. I won't be able to open it again.
Hopefully I won't be needing it again. Alright, so what is on camera 3? I wonder if we're trying to make it to that book. Alright, so that's the globe, there's the book. I'm not sure how you get here. Is that sign where this is? Yeah. Alright. So we can go straight down there. Is there anything over here? No. Yeah. Okay. So we ran into it here, so I really don't think we can go this way. I think we have to go from the other side. There's the light on the table. So from the light on the table, we can go towards the painting. Yeah. We can either go towards the painting or towards the globe. From the light, we can go right towards the globe. That light looks like it's the one on that side. It's a big library. Don't have to go up there. Alright, so that's the painting over there, but we want to go to the right. Then we want to go to the left. And we want to go straight. Like that. Oh!
It's getting stronger. I need to be extremely cautious.
Turn. Thank you. Hard to tell which way I'm looking at. Really wish you would turn around. Thank you. Okay. That's what I'm trying to get to. I think there was a shadow monster here, though. Okay. That's the script. Oh, fuck.
I can't let myself get trapped. I don't think I can escape again.
Okay. Oh, it was straight this way then. And then this way.
That has to be Professor Husher's desk.
Oh. That was close. An old volume that tells the story of the investigation carried out by Legrand and his company. Sinister Nature.
I'm taking this book with me.
Mm-hmm.
What? I better get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, man.
Book about Argos Legrand in the library. A compilation of research trips written by two of his associates in the early 1900s. Sinister Nature was a kind of narration of Legrand's frustrated trips in search of paranormal phenomena, with one of the last pages marked by Husher, the cursed council at St. Cecilia's Abbey. St. Cecilia, the patron saint of music. I'm not sure what Husher wanted when he set out in Legrand's footsteps, or how long he planned on doing it. But it was a start. The best place to start looking, before it gets too late.
The day before. Oh, interesting. We get to play as Sebastian. He's 54 with a lighter. An eccentric character with traditional taste, Husher is a prolific writer of historical fiction who combines literary creation with a professorship at the State University of Arts and Humanities. He is used to traveling all over the world, investigating little-known events that provide the inspiration for his future work. However, his most recent journey has turned out to be very different from the rest. Let's get going, Husher. I'm sorry, I know you're cold. That's my bad.
Isaac, my dear friend, you don't know what you've done with that cursed music box. By the time you tried to warn me, we had all heard the music. Now I find myself trapped in a tragic race against time. I had a hunch. I thought that perhaps by returning the box to you... Damn it, I've been such a fool. I lied, Isaac. I'm sorry. I just need you to hold on while I find a way to make things right. I left the house without telling Catherine. How could I possibly explain something like this? I thought she'd never believe me, and I was wrong. But now it's too late. I only hope you're all safe, and that you will find a way to forgive me. I must put an end to this once and for all. For my family, for you, and for my own sake. Argos Legrand. Everything revolves around that name. He was the person who had the box crafted and picked out the melody. I know he died in 1913. Newspapers of the day reported a violent burglary in his home. Everyone died, save for Ariadne, who was just a baby at the time. The case was closed, but something just doesn't add up. The police investigation was far too short-lived, and the bodies were not buried, but incinerated. I believe they were trying to hide the truth. I discovered that the book, Natura Tenebrosa, was written by two of Legrand's collaborators. The same two who followed him across Europe, researching all matter of ridiculous legends, all equally far-fetched. The last case in the book speaks of Legrand's last journey, on which he embarked just before making the music box. I've followed in his footsteps for weeks now, visiting every place, following every lead about that melody. Alas, I have reached the last leg of this journey, in the north. I find myself among the deserted ruins of St. Cecilia's Abbey, now covered in snow. Here, in 1912, the annual concert in honor of the patron saint of music was held. Legrand was not there at the time, but he came to investigate soon after. Every single person who attended that concert died or disappeared in mysterious circumstances, and the Abbey has been abandoned ever since. The connection is clear. I know there must be something here, a clue I can pursue. If not, I don't dare think about the future. I can barely distinguish what's real from what's not. Something is watching me, following me, drawing closer and closer by the day. The melody still haunts me. Its notes echo constantly in my head. With each passing minute, they sound more ghastly and foreign. I see darkness all around me, and shadows lurking in the corners. I see my world merging with something else. I see another place. The black figure. I feel it's here with me.
Is this the end? Second October 1998.
Time to move. I have to find it.
True that. The drip has filled up the basin. There's all kinds of filth washed down from the roof. Nothing I need though. Can I go out here? The stairs must have collapsed years ago. I need to find another way to get up to that balcony. Okay. Damn, the door must have closed before when I left the room. There's a small crack. If only I had some tool to stick in there. Okay. Whoa, the lighting in here's crazy. Makes me feel warm. I hate when they do that. This place must be extremely inhospitable in the winter. Yeah, it would seem that way, man. Oh, of course, it's locked. Most of these natural remedies expired before I was even born. And you're pretty old, my dude, so 54, so yeah. I can only imagine how old that stuff is. Some of these pharmaceutical books must be real gems, but they are no help to me right now. What's this? It looks like a spring for some sort of hydraulic system. Let's spin that in a second. Let's look around first. There are a few utensils on the table. The books are beginning to fall apart and the jars of chemicals look like they have been festering for years. But why is this fire on? Dirty dishes just left there. I wonder how long they've been there. Not gonna say anything about the fire? This bookcase doesn't seem to be fixed like the others, and the corners are worn down. Interesting. There are a few utensils on this table. Do you both say the same thing? Yeah, it's weird. Plants still grow on these cans. I shouldn't waste time looking at plants. Does seem like I'm gonna need something with those plants though. Interesting. I think that pressing the spring started the water flowing, but there's not enough getting through to move that bookshelf. Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna need more power, it would seem. Okay. And there's no map. So now the question is, how do we get water into that pipe? The outer pane of glass is broken and the cold air is coming in between the boards. There is a corridor behind this wall and it seems that someone has tried to get in or out of there. Interesting. It seems like that's the corridor behind the bookshelf. This door was locked. What I got in my inventory, by the way? A pen. Every time. Who out there would be into like actually going to a place like this and looking around? In the cold, in the dark with just a lighter. This one is locked, it says. Door is jammed shut and is impossible to open. This needs a key, apparently. Leads to the refractory. It's blocked and it can't be opened. This one needs a key. What are you? A hoe. Tool for tilling the fields. Pretty rusty, but still strong. I'd be able to use that on one of the doors. Let's look around here first. It has taken me 2 hours to remove one of those floorboards. There's no way I'm going to be able to get in through there. Locked. It's a bit shabby, but even so, I can't open it without the key. I'm assuming, yeah. I've had to flick through those books before, but there wasn't anything useful. They are almost falling apart with the exposure to the elements and the damp in this place. Okay, we gone full circle. So let's go check out this courtyard. The stone fountain is covered in ice. The damn cold in this place is getting into my bones. I can imagine. This place just looks cold. Alright. Well, since I don't know how to get more water into that thing, we can at least see if maybe this hoe will let us pry the door open. And if not, maybe we can use it on another door. I know this one needed a key, it said. Where would we use this? Yeah, this one. That was a weird way of using it, but alright, I'll take it.
I'm glad I lit this. It's nice and warm.
I'm glad he admits that he lit it, because I was about to say, who's been here? That makes more sense. The piping system is very complex. Is it now? 1 second, I will be right back. Hey, I'm back. Gotta get a beverage. Alright. So we need more water. What a relief it is to light the brazier. Don't get too comfortable. We ain't staying in here. What's this do? More water? Now the water is running through the pipe. I have to make sure I open all the water valves. That's at least one. Some old and wretched clay vessels. Wretched, that's a good word. The wooden table is rotten from the damp in this room. It looks like it's about to fall to pieces. An old set of bellows. I don't think I can use it for anything right now. Right now. In a bucket? The piping has been dripping for days, months, years, Morty. Years. Alright. Now the question is, was that the only other pipe? Well, folks, there's only one way to find out. I mean, all I have is a pin, so there's not much I can do, although the doors were kind of locked. I gotta get enough water. I'm gonna say that was a no. Sounds like someone else is running around here. I don't like. Okay. What the hell? Was this here the whole time? For what I can make out through the folds in the sheet, these remains have been here for decades. Hey man, I need you to stay there. Don't get up. Alright. So I needed a key for that. Needed a key for a lot of things. I just want to double check there was no more valves in here. Piping is very complex. What? The water is free to flow. I don't need to touch this one. I don't see anything else in here. Okay, I never tried that door. That's my bad. Seems okay. Hey. It opened it up for the water to go through, but even so, I would say that something is still blocking it near here. Okay, so there's another one. The water in those buckets stinks like the sewer. I can't imagine it's healthy to even breathe the smell. The pipes are leaking everywhere and are almost eaten through with rust. A foul-smelling liquid is running over the surface of this table. It is still snowing. I hope it stops soon, or getting out of here will be even more difficult than it was to get in. True that. Never really had a drive through heavy snow, but that seems like it'd be a pain. Has anyone had to deal with that before? Always wondered what it was like to have snow chains. Air is buzzing with flies and a sickly stench. It's a box. What's in the box? Ancient amphora, like the ones Catherine put in the garden. I wonder if she and the kids miss me. I got bad news for you, bro. Ah, this is a shit house. Smells worse than it looks, if that's possible. 'Tis indeed. Looks like there's something down there blocking the main drain. No, not yet. There's a layer of damp and decay on every single surface in this room. The plumbing system is extremely complicated for just a few toilets. Fountain pen, personal item. I still have many books to write. While I have my fountain pen, I know I will live to tell the tale. Alright, well. What's the worst that could happen? Gangrene? Is this how I die? You? What is it? I can't move. Yellow? Can't even pause the game. Well, the stench was so bad it broke the game. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool. Okay. That's probably going to set us back a little bit, but it's fine. Ba-doop, ba-doop. All right. Let's try this again. Okay. I don't think I need anything so disgusting. Oh, oh God.
There's something from right beside me.
Yeah. Okay, that had to be everything to open the door. I swear if this body in here moved. Stay where you're at. Alright. Nice. I wonder what this is for.
What's this?
What's this? Oh. Well, hello there. Let me warm your toes. Remarks made by the prior. Some days ago, I observed the brothers performing a strange ritual. They took turns to sit in front of a mirror and, facing it, light the lamps and then put it out. This shall remain as written testimony of everything that has been discovered and that has been passed on to me, as it may prove valuable to whomsoever finds it. Sitting in front of the mirror, they observe their own reflection and everything behind them. Then they proceed to put the lamp out and dim its fire to the point that the eyes, blinded by the previous glow, no longer see. Thereupon they light it once more and again observe their reflections and everything behind them, repeating the process several times. And sometimes, God helps us, the reflection shown in the mirror isn't what it should be. I can't begin to describe the horrors that appear. The mere act of committing them to paper is an insult to our Lord. But what I can say is that the more frequently those horrors appear, the closer they are, and the less time we have until they are no longer only in the reflection. That's great.
I hope it can't get it open.
Hey, you stay out there. Great. Say we stay up here first, and then we'll go down those stairs. Before the creepy monk guy gets us. Cracked mirror. The mirror is broken, but you can still see part of the room reflected in the shards, like a bizarre mosaic. What's on this paper? Scribblings of the desperate monks, desperate like me. So did everyone here die as well? It would seem so. Jammed. My God, how awful. Why are there so many bodies piled up in here? You know, that's a good question, but as long as they stay in there, I'm okay with it. Well, this room looks so quaint. The wall has been furiously covered in crosses. I understand the desperation that leads to that. Better than I'd like. Somebody's made sure no one can get into the cell or out of it. Don't like the implications of that. Also, the way forward is way too damn dark.
If this works, let's see how much I have left.
Oh, the anticipation. Oh, that was the end of that episode. Nice.
I left him here 4 days ago. I thought, well, since I didn't hear from him, I thought he'd forgotten me again. Caught up in his usual musings. It's happened before, you know?
Did he stay here, alone? Do you know if he went in?
Yes. Well, I don't know if he went in, but he certainly did ask me to leave. He seemed a bit more erratic than usual. As I said before, it wouldn't be the first time I've traveled with Sebastian only to find myself on a forced holiday until he remembers I'm there. Honestly, I thought he'd forgotten completely this time and had just headed back home. The hotel was booked until Monday, so...
Well, he's not home. That much I can tell you. Is there any way to get in there?
Well, as far as I know, the door isn't locked. Although it might be a bit swollen from the humidity. Maybe if we gave it a little push.
Right, let's give it a try. But someone should look for another way in, just in case.
The Abbey of St. Cecilia was a monastery constructed to the patronage of something. We got Daniel. We have Sophie. And we got this guy. 63. He has a candlelight. A friend of Sebastian P. Husher, Ernest is a renowned ex-archaeologist forced to retire due to constant health problems. The writer is one of the few people that still manages to entice him into breaking his routine, and Ernest often travels together with him during his research trips. When the writer needed help to gain access to the Abbey of St. Cecilia, he thought immediately about Ernest. Thanks to this awkward gadget, I can hear again. 1 second. I say we go with this guy. Yeah, because those are the three. And if anyone should find Husher, it should be his dear old friend Ernest here. I still don't have any bonus personal items. I don't know if that's something I missed or...
Oh, I could go have a look. After all, I know the area, more or less.
Oh, sure. The event held in 1912 was soon known by locals as the Cursed Concert. That's pretty metal. October 6th, 1998.
Oh,
The last concert.
my knees are giving up on me. Oh, Sebastian, my old pal, where are you?
This wall didn't withstand the bombing. The bombing? Whatever was in those crates must have frozen right along with them. Sebastian? What'd you see in the mirror, Sebastian? Debris from the collapsed ceiling. Nothing is left on the upper floor. It's the entrance to a tunnel that runs behind this wall, but it's blocked by a hatch. Interesting. Something that may come into play. That sack is practically frozen. True. Where am I? Do I have a map now? Nice. Okay. So there's a few doors out there. This is the refractory, which he said the door led to on the other side. So this is, so Husher's on the other end. Nice. Or that's where he was. I guess it was more convenient to have these sacks and barrels here than to carry them to and fro. Sure. I'll tell you. Cover is empty and quite large, but the door is jammed and I can't open it. Well, here's a rat. Don't know if I want it in here. Old kitchen utensils, older even than the ones my mom used to in her day. There's nothing inside that pot except dust and black filth. A bottle of liquor. High-proof distilled spirits. I would take a good swig if I knew that wouldn't poison me. My man. I can't possibly open that cupboard. The door is swollen and jammed. Swollen and jammed. So we got a door here and a door here. So we're uncovering a lot. I guess we'll keep going this way. Might as well. Nice. Doesn't make sense. It says here that access to the monks' sleeping quarters was forbidden, but isn't that where they slept? Touché. There's a passage, a tunnel on the other side of the wall. It must have been used by the monks, but now it's blocked with a heavy hatch. This must be what opens it. This hand crank must be what turns those gears on the wall. It won't turn. If I take the gear, maybe I can do something about that. Did I take it? Rotating shaft designed to work with a crank. It's heavier than a bloody lorry. It's even hard to carry around.
There.
Deteriorated gear. It's a miss. It won't work like this. Okay. Maybe I'll put some grease on it. Let's put some liquor on it. Alright, so we need some grease at least for that. Seems quiet.
Oh.
Quiet and locked. Okay, well, at least we know that we need some grease. There was nothing in here. So we're on the hunt for grease and something to use alcohol on. There was 3 doors in here. This is a big one. I think this is going to be locked. This leads to the other side where Husher was.
Nope.
Yep. A folded note. Hastily notes taken by Sylvester P. Husher. I feel like I'm being followed. I know the Abbey is abandoned, but sometimes I feel like there's someone there who's putting out the candles. It might just be the wind or the insufferable chill. I must be losing my mind, but sometimes I encounter candles that I don't recall lighting myself. Damn it! I needed to find the origin of that cursed song and get out of this place. It's odd that monks should leave a table like that. That is true, this place is in quite disarray. What is this? Can't go up there. Old herbs, old recipe books, old utensils. All things old. Nothing here. This cupboard is empty. If I tuck my stomach in it, I think I'd fit. So is this a hiding spot? Great. That means there's gonna be things to hide from. Spices and craft beer recipes. I wonder what their beer tasted like. A wooden bucket full of grease. That's what I needed. These projects usually have a surprising long shelf life. So, if we put you in there. Recently lubricated. It's covered in grease. I should be able to use it now. Nice. The labels are in Latin. They identify assorted herbs and ingredients, as well as cutlery. Yep. That's why you gotta listen to everything. I learned that the hard way. Alright, let's go back over here. That lets me in, but what does that let out?
Oh, dear Lord. I'm going to destroy my knees crawling in there.
True that. Well, I know that wants us to go back into the hatch down there, but first we should check out these other doors. In case there's any secrets. Sanctimonious statues covered in stone. That hatch looks far too heavy for me to lift it with my bare hands. So that's something else we can go into. Silver keyhole. Seems okay, but let's see what this is first. This place was bombed during World War II. By then, it was already abandoned. The damage is still quite visible.
Oh.
Alright. I'd like to check out here. It's dark, but I guess I could take the stairs if I don't give in. Should I go in the well? I'm gonna say no to that. Seems like a bad idea. A rope and bucket for lowering things down into the well or pulling them up. Interesting. Yeah, I don't trust going down there just yet. Wouldn't say I trust going through this hole either, but you know.
Huh? Good thing my knees gave me a break this time.
Somebody turned on this oven. Sebastian, was that you? Where have you gone? And I can use the oven. Okay. There's a lot going on. Hiding in the middle of the room doesn't seem like the best idea, but if I had no other choice. Okay. I have 2 hiding spots now. The ink has faded. I can't read anything it says in this book. Interesting. Rotten books and stained bottles. There's more doors here. So let me go back real fast. that door leads back to where I was. Cool. Alright. Just in case I need to make an escape. Dear God, a key among human bones. A pewter key, a dark-toned key with an elaborate bow. In good shape and cold to the touch. There was 2 keys up there. And a key down here. So that could open a few different things. Chopped wood, damp and old. Too old for it to have been Sebastian.
Yep.
Page 2 from the Abbot's Diary. December 12th, 1912. He has been purified. I have nothing to fear. His bones will turn to ash in that oven, for I will not allow him to be taken elsewhere. This should suffice to silence the voices. All is well. I have nothing to fear. All I must do is finish his altar and keep calm. I must not be afraid. My faith must not falter. I don't like the sound of that. Books and mortars. The shelf looked like they'd fall if I sneeze a bit too close. Look like there's something back here. They pushed aside those chairs almost in one go. Interesting. Haven't been here. This is back where I was with Husher.
No.
It doesn't fit. Now the question is, do I go back and try the key, or should I check out this area first? Should probably just look around here, since this is where Husher was. Back where I was. Same as it ever was. Still quiet.
No.
Has a silver lock plate.
No.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, not this shit. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Come on, you got it, you got it, you got it. Be gone, demons. Be gone. Oh.
Dear Lord.
Oh, you got moves for an old man, Ernest. Oh, the birds are still sturdy. I'll have to find another way in. Made of pewter. That's you, right? Pewter key, yeah. Any other doors are there? A lot. So let's go in here first. Hey. Some pruning shears. A large pair of gardening shears. I need to be careful with these. They are incredibly rusty. I better not cut myself. Yeah, that was up. The tapestry is dirty and frayed beyond any possible restoration. Can't go through the hole. Stacked books, exactly the same as when they were left there, surprisingly. Yeah. No. None of that. Looks like a suicide letter. It tells the horror he felt. What have we gotten ourselves into, Sebastian? Dear Lord. Lost notebook. The terrified account of a local. They weren't stupid superstitions. This place is just like they said. I can't remember where I sneaked in through the walls, and now I keep pacing down the same empty corridors time and again. I should have listened to the villagers and stayed away from this place. I feel like my mind is slipping into the abyss. I hear something break the silence of these halls, something like the swishing of robes around me. It seems to come from all places at once, but when I raise my lantern, I see nothing, and yet when I put it back, the sound returns closer than before. Damnation, have I gone mad? Covered and abandoned here, as if he were simply taking a nap. Don't say that. Probably an old clothes wringer. My grandmother had one similar to this when I was little. Okay, another hiding spot. I can see that coming into play. Stack of journals and other books. How do I look at you? Okay, the mirror is broken. Mr. Noir said something about that. Okay. Stack of journals and other books. Illegible. Okay. So this leads around. So this was the dormitory. Staircase is collapsed, and what still stands looks very unused stable. I would be crazy to go in there. You're right. Alright, I think this is where we were with the pipes. Yeah. What do you make of all this? The buckets are constantly overflowing. It's been a long time since water flowed through these pipes. Another place to hide. I can open the window, but it looks onto a snow-covered cliff. I can never escape this way. Alright, how many hiding spots we got? 1, 2, 3, we got 4 now. Like that. Bloody hell, that smells disgusting. There must be a dead animal in that corner. The crate is rotting and the container seems empty. Ah, water runs beneath the toilets. This must have been part of a later refurbishment. A later refurbishment. The books are too distorted. Okay. Ah, but you want this dirty rag, an unsightly mess of rags and filth. It's hard as a rock. God, why am I carrying this filthy rag around? Is there any way to open it? Can I open it with the shoes? No. Okay. I understand why on earth the plumbing system is so complex. Interesting. Just to make sure. No. Okay, so we got 3 more doors here that we can kind of check out. And then we can probably go back. I think we can probably open that door. And maybe that clump or whatever can go down the well. Not a trace of Sebastian anywhere. I need to keep looking.
Thank God for that brazier. I couldn't feel my ears.
Jesus, what a relief. I feel the cold in my bones. The bucket is full of water from the condension of these pipes.
Yes.
Ah, you want this though.
Huh?
Pair of bellows with a foot pump. It doesn't seem too worn out. Jesus, hiding here would certainly not be kind on my knees. Yet another place to hide. At least it's a warm place to hide. Alright, that leads up. Let's not do that yet.
Oh.
So that's just locked in general. Cora. Does this open?
Oh.
With an iron key. Oh, my key is gone. Interesting. Okay. Anything out here?
What? There you are, Sebastian. Coming to get you.
I don't know if that's Sebastian. Okay, we gotta go talk here. Vegetation is slowly but surely conquering the fountain. Alright. That one required a silver key. So let's go back around now. Which I'm not looking forward to. And that's why. Alright. In case you guys didn't know what happened to him, now you do. So we're here. We could go out that door. We don't have to take the tunnel again. But we do have this thing, so maybe we can use that. Burning that won't help find Sebastian. Okay. This would stoke the fire, but that won't be necessary if I don't know what I need to put this up in the oven. Okay, so that does go here. But what would we put in the oven? Good point. Any other things we can interact with? There was something up there. I don't have a key anymore, so I think the only thing we can do is go back into the main room. Just take a gander, you know? Oh, those camera angles freak me out, man. Come on. Alright. So yes, there is the well, but there was also this bad boy. Can we get that open with pruning shears? I doubt it. What kind of key did you take again?
Oh.
Silver. Alright. Did want to try to put this dirty rag in here. Nope. Why would I want to go down there? That's a good question. I don't have a key. I don't think... Yeah. No key. I could go down this, but that just seems so sketch. But we've gone in all the doors, but I'm missing something to put in the furnace. I feel like we want to put something in that before we just go dilly-dallying down there, though. What key did this need? This needed a iron lock. So the iron lock is that one and that one. And then I need a silver key for those two. That door doesn't have a lock or anything on it, so did I ever even try it? Must have, right? Give it a shot. And what are you needing? Need something that can lift that. Okay, first though, let's go see if I actually checked that door. Or if I was a scrub and completely missed it. I thought I tried. Oh, this is the door with the monster behind it. Yeah, he's still there. Okay, in that case... garden shears. Well, he did say something about the vines were taken back over the fountain. So I'm curious if I can use the shears there. I'd rather do that before trying to go down that well. I just have a bad feeling about the well. It's a well. How do I, yeah. So over here. Over here. Vegetation is slowly but surely conquering the well. Nope. Anything with these statues? What was that hole in the dormitory with the creeper? Yeah. Definitely how I get murdered, but it's better than going down the well, let me tell you that. We're gonna need something for the well. Interesting, this valve must regulate the pipe's water flow. Could it have something to do with the tank back there? Possibly. Okay, rancid wine. It's no good now, but it must have been decent in the day. Bottles of liquor, empty and dirty.
Everything's shaking. Oh, good God. The walls didn't fall.
Oh man, I didn't even get the search down here. It freaked me out. Hey, there's a box on that. Alright, let's look at all this shit. I believe this is a tank's drain pipe and must prevent the water from reaching certain levels. Okay. The grape press. This must have made wine in small quantities. And there's the key. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Nobody survived it.
Can we put that in here? Yeah. So now if we turn that on, maybe it'll raise the water enough to get the key. There we go, using the old noodle. Turn around here. An iron key. bottom half is thick and heavy. Okay.
I should be able to reach that key now.
You already have, my man. Seems okay. Where would this lead? To a big room. Okay. Beer tanks. Damn it, Sebastian. We should be at the pub enjoying a pint instead of caught up in this mess. I couldn't agree more, my man. Damn it, if only those recipe books were in better condition. It's a cool lab. An old steel. I have seen many like this one, and it looks like it works. Ooh. Did I make something? Distilled alcohol. A bottle full of ethanol alcohol. The scent is unmistakable. So it did use my alcohol for that. These ancient devices are much more resilient than the junk they make nowadays. The door we can't get to. Okay. I wonder if we put alcohol down the actual alcohol down. First, we're going to go upstairs. All I see is scribbled notes of monks begging for forgiveness. What on earth did they do? Good questions. A poem by the librarian. 4 keys and 4 locks. Our barrier between life and death. 4 brothers and 4 bonds, resisting to suffer the same fate. The prior within himself insists. The abbot trusts a figure. Victorino, where the air is thinner, and I in the abyss. We locked up our brothers without trace of kindness. We trapped them, the others, because they found madness. And we, what have we lost? Did we leave behind our sanity? Dear brothers, forgive us, for we have lost all humanity. The door is locked with 4 locks. Okay. I now have an iron key, which I do believe opens at least a few of these doors. That is if I don't get murdered here. Okay, first key was this way. Oh, here we go. What's in the mirror?
What on earth? Damn it!
Oh.
What is going on here?
The Requiem. They are coming to get you. Only the mirror can reveal them. To turn the mirror, use the mouse. Once you see them, you'll have to finish them off by focusing the light from your lamp on them. If you take too long, they'll try to escape. Don't let them out of your sight or they'll attack from behind. Cool, 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 cool.
Damn it. Is Dementia playing tricks on me? This can't be real.
Alright, so now we gotta deal with the mirror demons. Classic. Alright, let's see if we can open this door. Nope, that was a silver key. So if that's a silver key, we should open the ones with the little triangles, I think. Nice. And you? Alright. That's what we call progress. Alright, well I think that's where it's gonna call it for tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to hit that follow button and join me next time for more shenanigans. And as always, wear my goat set. Later, y'all.